Hello, Marlene here, and welcome back to my second playthrough of Slay the Princess, round 4, Vessel 4. For this one, I get to pick which one we're going to continue from the previous part, but based on the comments I got, I think you guys will agree. I'm going to go with the Giantess Princess, the biggest one possible, the third ending we got, the Apotheosis, I believe it was called. I could be wrong on that. Either way, I am so curious to see what it'll look like at the very end, so that's the one we're going to go with. I will see you at the cabin for this playthrough. We're not going to take the blade. And see what happens, because I think the majority of my playthrough so far we usually take the blade. Let's just enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase.
Yeah, probably doing our favorite voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
She really does sound much sweeter when we don't have the blade.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember.
Let's make our way down there. Just continue down the stairs silently.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Yeah.
It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Maybe. Maybe.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
As there always is, man.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Most definitely not. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Don't think there'll be anything new to say, though. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
She looks offended.
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
True, this feels new.
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Maybe. Actually, I don't recognize a lot of these options. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Fair enough.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Oh, fine.
Okay, but actually,
just making conversation.
What has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Nope. Guess not. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding.
Of course she does.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer?
Oh, this sounds familiar.
Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Maybe.
It's not like you'd believe me.
I might. Give me a chance. We'll try it again. What's your name, princess?
Oh.
Maybe she'll tell us since we don't have the knife.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if your Royal Highness is too formal.
Princess will do.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
That would be hilarious. So is Princess your name then? This is weird. I remember asking her name in the past a few times and she usually got a little snippety. Maybe it was because I had my dagger with me those tries. I don't know.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Okay, I will, Princess. I always do anyway. Makes the most sense.
I'm sorry. I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten.
Oh.
I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Yeah, that's my thought. This is new.
That's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Should we go back up and get the blade? The narrator's giving us permission. Should we try to save her again? I don't know. Let's go back upstairs and retrieve the blade without saying another word. We did that before, right? I think so. I can't believe they're keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, of course, princess.
You're making a huge mistake.
I'll be the judge of that, narrator.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I usually am.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I have a feeling we're going to be seeing the princess fall off her arm in a minute here.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Yeah, the narrator's not going to let us up there now.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
True. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Maybe. I don't know why I get excited. I know there isn't.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Yep.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Yeah, I remember this conversation.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Yeah,
Someone
blocking in place. Hey, let me out of
your
here.
shouts and I'll repeat.
Try the door.
You try the door.
Yeah. Turn downstairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
I think this time we're going to work with the princess if we can.
She barely hesitates
there we
before
go.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Of everything I've seen in this game, this one image here I think is the most disturbing.
As she rips her
By
flesh from her
far.
bone, a sound comes from behind you.
Yep.
The clang
dagger.
of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Let's slay her. Yeah, let's try slaying her. Slay the princess.
Without hesitation, bring the blade
that's
down and plunge it into the princess's back.
I've really never seen this.
The wound drives her to the ground.
Oh, right in the back. Oh, we're horrible.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Yep. We're committed now.
Yeah, you bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Actually, no, I'm always just winging it.
The princess pushes away from you, the
Shit.
motion ripping the blade from her back.
It's never that easy, is it?
Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Yeah, I thought so.
I thought we had the upper hand, but
And she's loose.
it's as if she's barely even threatened.
Oh no, she's still chained. My bad.
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
We didn't give her enough time to finish gnawing her way out of there.
I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal
her
blow,
frickin'
she
nails.
lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
Ew.
Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Those eyes.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slay the princess.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back.
As usual, we're going down together.
You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
She's still chained. We have a chance. Finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Yeah, narrator, fine.
Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart?
Right?
If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you.
Hey, girl.
The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a new one, a new path this time. I do not recognize any of this.
You collapse on the
I
ground,
recognize that.
and the princess collapses beside you.
Oh, look at all that
Blood
frickin'
pools
slash
around you both,
wounds.
and you watch each other fade away.
Oh.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Yeah, I didn't want to be, but yeah.
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all.
Apparently.
It's over.
Yeah.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
I'm sure.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark.
And you die. Until chapter 2. Oh, we got the witch again. Okay, well, I was going to save the witch for
You're on a path
last
in the
vessel, but I
woods.
guess we're doing it now.
And at the
All right, let's just proceed to the cabin. I'm excited. Get to see the witch
Oh,
again.
boy.
All right, so I think originally we left the blade here last time. So this time we'll take the blade, but we'll try again without taking the blade and making sure we're the first one up the stairs. But for now, yeah, let's take the blade and see some new stuff with the witch.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
True.
Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs.
This guy.
She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
True. Let's just enter the basement. I like how the mirror just vanishes. I never
The
noticed that
door to the
before.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Yep.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Lovely.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yeah. Oh, we know.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Sure. Not saying I don't mind either way. Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
I'm gathering you get the witch whenever you break her trust during the first chapter.
She must have you confused with someone else.
Like you trick her into thinking you're on her side, and then you stab her when she doesn't expect it. During the time she thinks you're still working with her.
She seems friendly
feel
enough.
bad. I actually
Maybe
feel
we
bad
can
for this
talk our way out of
princess.
this whole situation.
She didn't even have a chance.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah,
Do
usually.
you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
I remember this conversation
You need
too.
to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
Narrator or me, I'm the boss. Just so you know. Don't you forget
Thank
it.
you.
Aw.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Your legs are looking a little bit hairy there, princess.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in
Not
the
that there's
gloom.
anything wrong with that.
She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
She's so cute. I find this princess adorable here.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
Perhaps.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
Because she doesn't trust us.
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Yeah, we've met.
No. You've already been here, haven't you? Mm-hmm. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even
As
if
you
I'm
know.
not a part of it.
You are.
I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all
Yeah.
behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Yeah,
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
All right, we're meant to get her trust here and give her the dagger at some point, I believe.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Oh, I'm talking to her, narrator.
Well,
Hey.
I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Oh, here we go. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Give her the blade.
You can't be serious.
I'm always serious.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no.
I have a feeling nobody's going to agree with this decision, and that's fine with me.
As do I. I, abstain?
Yeah, Hero's always a good backup.
You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Hero's always got my back, man. This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade. Yes, give her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right?
Maybe.
But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet.
Aw.
She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
Oh, she's gonna cut herself out again. Just wait.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
I wanna be friends, princess.
You hear
You're
a clang
adorable.
of metal against
Oh.
the dirt floor.
Or
the
she just
chains
slides
fall
out.
from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little
Is she about to befriend us?
woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now.
Oh, I know you would, opportunist.
Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count.
We'll see.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Hey.
What do you think happens now?
You're beautiful. I want to actually save you, and this feels like the only way to do it.
She pulls back,
Aw,
clearly
she's
caught
blushing.
off guard by whatever nonsense you just said to her.
It was probably one of the slickest pickup lines ever, narrator. Thank you.
I thought it was nice.
Yeah.
Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. We didn't mean it,
Oh,
did we?
we did.
If you were lying, we'd all know. But unfortunately, you weren't lying.
Narrator knows what's up.
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look
You
of
tell me.
surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steals her nerves.
Oh, she looks pissed. I don't think she liked that.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Woman.
What? No, come on, that's not right.
That's me.
I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall
Shit.
to the ground.
Oh, look at her. She looks manic.
I did it. I got you. You.
Do you feel bad? Huh? You feel that regret washing over you? That's what I felt, just so you know.
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading
Yeah.
quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
That's literally me when I'm in that position. I know
Why?
exactly how she feels.
Why did you let me do this?
Didn't feel good, did it?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time.
At least she knows where we're coming from now.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
What's this chapter 3 gonna be? The Thorn.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us.
I do, and I don't blame her. I'd have probably done the same thing, as I have in the past.
I told you
Even in
not
this
to give her the
playthrough.
blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it.
Opportunist, nobody likes... no, I told you so.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument.
I wonder if we'll get the skeptic now.
Oh, you're far from
God
being
damn
on the
it.
right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future. Oh, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
You would, opportunist.
Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability,
my
we
God.
made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
Oh, this guy's gonna talk a lot, isn't he?
I like journeys. Travelling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
What?
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love.
Oh boy, the cringe is strong with this one.
She hates us.
And she should. Actually, no, now we're on equal footing. We both did something we regret. And now we can go, become best friends?
Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death.
Not really.
There might just be a kernel of affection in that angry, angry heart.
It's true. That's
As
what I'm hoping
ridiculous as
for.
this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time.
Yeah,
We've
that's what
already
I'm
proven
thinking.
to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. Maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
Agreed. I want to see what she looks like.
What another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
And you must be aware, narrator, that we've done this before.
It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
Yep.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah.
Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually.
Yeah.
Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Oh boy. Got some different options here. You sure seem to be taking this whole looping thing in stride?
What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice. So you knew this could happen. Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not get into it.
I'm liking the music here, very relaxing.
I don't care about where we came from, and I don't care to discuss the theory of anything. I yearn only to bring her freedom. I'm here to feel, not to think.
We know.
Then we can all move on and forget what I said about failure.
Sure.
It's important that you believe in yourself, and the fact you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. Sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already.
Maybe.
I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
Yeah. This place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually. I don't think I ever put that together before, that it's her influence affecting the world once you make it to chapter 3.
Someone's in the know.
Oh, he is.
I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except for thoughts of her.
Oh my god, this guy. We're even now. I'm sure she understands that, but if we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
Playing both
Yeah.
sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room. I'm not
Dang
sure
right.
it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that.
I do.
Trust in the plan.
Yeah, hero.
Trust in what plan?
My plan, okay? Don't ask any questions. It doesn't matter that I make it up on the go.
The decider's plan.
I'm the
Sure,
decider.
we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you can
A
trust
good
me.
leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself.
Interesting wording there, opportunist.
There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion.
No.
We're supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free.
Oh my
If I were
god.
you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is.
So are we.
You should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
Probably same for us. No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through. Proceed to the cabin. Yeah.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin.
Thorny.
I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too.
Yeah, he plays all sides no matter what and takes every opportunity.
Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do.
No, mine is. Thank you. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore.
Flowers.
Burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
Actually quite beautiful.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table.
No knife.
A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
That's
Why isn't
fine.
there a pristine blade?
One less decision I need to make.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she?
Maybe.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her.
Oh, we're gonna have to.
Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
Yeah,
I
true.
wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We've already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers.
Oh my god.
Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely. So, yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
I'm like 99.99999% sure that she realized and regretted as soon as she stabbed us that she would never want to do it again. Just like we don't want to do it to her again. Yeah? How do we even get down there? The only thing I see is that mirror.
Yeah, why didn't you mention the mirror? I didn't mention a mirror because there isn't a mirror.
I don't know why I always need to rehash this.
He says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
It does.
Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place.
Can't have that,
And that's
can
why
we?
we haven't yet won her heart.
Yeah,
We
that's
must put
why.
our best face forward.
Yup.
Yeah, we can't go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance.
Yeah, totally. I always do that, for sure.
So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
Nope. Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features.
Fine. Wipe the mirror
Reach
clean.
forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you?
I do every time, man.
That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough.
Yep.
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are.
Yeah.
Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Yeah. Enter the basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of
Looks
gritty ash.
dangerous.
The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease.
Well, that's good. I was
At
worried
least
about
on the way
that.
down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
Weird.
These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
Maybe.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
Oh, what's she gonna sound like?
I can't get away from you, can I?
Oh.
We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back.
She's picking up on it too.
I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know what I want from either of us. I want to figure out a way out of here for good.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
All right, let's see what you look like. Proceed down the stairs.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles. The space thick with hostile vegetation.
Look at her. She looks like she's in so much pain. She's clasping the dagger, looks like. And she's bleeding.
At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess. Her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Yeah.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer?
No.
Are you here to laugh?
God, no. Oh my god. This one's horrible. Oh, some of these responses are awful too. You can just turn around and leave? Ugh. We gotta show trust to each other. I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you'll let me.
I want to trust you.
I don't blame you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
Good question. You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice.
Aw.
I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
And you've hurt me, princess. We're even.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Yeah. I notice our voices are being suspiciously quiet right now. Can I take the blade now?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Oh, she's gonna trust us.
Okay.
Reach for the blade.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon.
Aw.
You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
That's fine.
She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
As much as I hate to say it, yes, Smitten. I feel it too.
Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her.
Yeah.
We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed.
Where'd the opportunist go? What's he thinking right now?
Or, hear me out, we slay her.
Nope.
Right here,
Nope.
right now. She's never
Nope.
been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
You learned nothing, opportunist. We're here to trust each other.
That sounds like a splendid idea.
No.
You should listen to him.
Absolutely not.
I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1.
2 against 2, right, Hero? You're with us.
It's 2 against 2.
Yeah.
You don't count.
Oh, yeah, I like the sound of that, Hero.
And why shouldn't he count?
Because he's just the frickin' narrator.
Because he's clearly not one of us.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I'm gonna do my best, princess, because this is not a democracy in my head. Okay, I make the final decision, right? All right, we gotta save again. Clearly. I just wanted my blade back. You're on your own. That is heinous. Cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free.
Why are you agreeing all of a sudden?
Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision.
Yeah, man.
I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
I don't trust him.
Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion.
Smitten, you are much too trusting, man.
That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And
Yeah.
who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her.
We already know this guy does anything it takes to get his way and do what he wants, so hopefully he doesn't take over at some point.
And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys.
Yeah, I guess.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm.
Aww.
And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart.
Aww.
You're not going to do that, are you?
Nope.
Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Narrator? I said no.
Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge.
Yeah.
Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip.
True. True, Smitten.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Opportunist? Weird.
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
Fine with me, narrator.
You
Aw.
actually meant it. You rescued me.
Yeah, of course.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Oh, Smitten, why am I siding with you so much this time? Do it, me. Should we? Yeah, let's kiss her. Fuck it.
Can we actually do that?
We're here to find out.
No, you can't. Absolutely not.
Narrator, what the fuck, man? Move aside, you cockblock.
You know as well as I do that we can.
Yeah, Smitten, take over.
And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we?
Opportunist, you best not fuck around, man.
If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge. Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss?
Yeah, narrator, I want to hear it. Let's go.
You lean in
Aw.
and you kiss her.
Thank you, but I'd like a little more detail next time, narrator, okay? Thanks.
And
Yeah.
she reciprocates enthusiastically.
Aw.
You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now?
Could have been better, but it'll do.
Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh, fine.
Oh, here we go.
You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion.
Oh, much better, thank you.
You're making fun of us. And then
I don't really
each
blame
of
him.
you close your eyes
Yeah.
and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection.
Narrator, you're pretty good at this.
Please. I think he actually likes romance.
I think so.
If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now.
I love it.
He's making fun of us.
I don't mind.
It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff.
Oh, God.
I'm aware of my skills.
Why am I liking the Smitten all of a sudden?
But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
Anything for true love, my man.
That was nice.
It was.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to
Aw.
the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously
No.
allowed you downstairs are now blocking your
Shit.
only way out. Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade.
Yeah, sure.
You cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes.
Cut through the
I'm
rest.
not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here.
Nope.
We're both meant for so much more than this.
Yes, we are, princess. Let's just let love guide us. Step into the thorns.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
Oh, look how happy the princess is.
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle.
I already know what's happening,
This is
though.
unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Screw the world, man. It always takes away our princess once we get out of the cabin.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving.
Right, I'm with you, Smitten.
We'll weave something new together. Something better.
Yeah.
You and the princess
No.
hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance.
Is it still gonna give me the option to slay the princess here?
We've already made our decision.
Yeah.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we?
Yeah.
And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Oh, this storyline is freaking adorable. I am all for it. Story and trust. Step into your freedom together.
Hands clasped, the two of
Here
you
it comes,
open
though.
the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
Oh, shush, narrator. Let us enjoy our moment because we already know it's fleeting.
What do we do now?
I don't know, probably get cold or something.
Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
Yep, there she goes. You do not get the chance to respond, and nor will you ever. It's time to leave, and memory returns.
She's gone.
Yep.
Where did she go?
You're in the
There's
mirror,
that
man.
Mirror again.
Yep. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
I'm sorry.
Better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy.
It's not up to me, opportunist, unfortunately.
Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Way to be dramatic. Approach the mirror. This one's you've grown, I think? You approach the mirror, gaze in your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled, right? Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, she looks so small. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a
Aw.
world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I'm curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Yeah. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve.
Aww.
Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart.
Totally understandable.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Such bittersweetness delivering these vessels. All right, one more to go. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Looking forward to it. Everything goes dark and you die. All right, as much as I don't want to, I went back just a little bit to see what happens if we slay her here. Though I'm actually more curious what happens if we abandon her, which sounds absolutely fucking horrible. I just wanted my blade back. You're on your own. Turn and leave.
Do you really think you can just wash your hands of all of this? Do you really think you can just leave me here?
Maybe not.
This is even better than stabbing her. The same reward without any of that nasty effort.
Oh, that's pretty horrible.
It's not even better. Putting off a choice is always worse than making a committed decision.
Sadly
especially
true.
when you already know the right answer.
Which is what I do very often. Looks like it's just gonna consume her
It's
here.
even more cruel if you ask me. Leaving an incredible soul like hers to languish forever in pain and alone. How can we bear to live with the guilt?
I don't blame you, Smitten. I actually agree again.
We'll live with it just fine. Besides, she'll get over it. That's what I'm afraid of.
Alright, let's go see what this princess looks like. I assume she'll be the same. But in your commitment to leaving things unresolved, you have no chance at resolution, nor will you ever. Alright, now we're gonna try slaying her here, which I assume is all the same. I'm not gonna bother saving any of these options. I'm just curious what happens.
Oh, you scoundrel.
Sorry, Smitten.
Why? We finally gained her trust. That took a lot of work.
Even Hero's disappointed.
Sorry, boys. Looks like we've got our tiebreaker.
Shit.
blade safely
Oh, I don't
in
feel good
hand,
about this.
you turn it on the princess and drive it towards her heart. But her thistled prison proves to be an impossible obstacle, its thorns digging deeper and deeper into your flesh the closer you come to striking the fatal blow.
Didn't see this coming.
Ha! We're not going to make it. This is what we deserve. Better we trap ourselves in this eternal moment than have her blood on our hands.
Hey,
We still managed to get our romantic end, in a way.
kind of.
The tip of your blade only manages to touch her sternum before it stops moving entirely. A single drop of blood trickles down her chest as the two of you stare into each other's eyes.
Oh shit, I feel evil doing
Come on,
this.
just push a little further. But you can't, can you?
I guess not.
I knew this was coming. I can't believe I ever let myself hope for better.
Oh.
This was always going to be us, wasn't it?
Ouch, that stings deep. Hey. I'm not going to keep either of those options, but we're going to head back to chapter 2 and make the decision here. Let's leave the blade up here. Let's enter the
No
basement.
blade.
Yeah,
Hope you know what you're getting us into.
I kind of do.
It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Let's just try this. I don't trust you. Not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving a bye.
Very pragmatic. That is why you're in charge.
Abandoning me, are you?
She's
Fine
pissed.
then. Run. Tuck your tail between your legs and scamper away. You might be able to escape me, but you can't escape from what you are and what you've done. If I don't take you, the wilds will.
Will they?
You turn to leave.
What?
But as you do, there's a deep, guttural groan, seemingly uttered by the walls themselves, followed by the creak of wood being stretched beyond its limits. The cabin starts to get smaller.
What?
What the hell is going on?
That's what I'd like to
We're
know.
getting out of here and saving our skins. That's what's going on.
That never works, though.
As the roots that make up the walls of the cramped basement attempt to close in around you, instinct kicks in and you bolt upstairs.
Are we gonna make it?
The steps are uneven and lively, creaking as they expand out of the dirt floor, the stairway growing smaller and smaller as you dart up towards the light. You manage to squeeze through the door just as the entrance seals itself shut behind you.
Didn't expect that.
The cabin is smaller than it was before, and it's getting even smaller and smaller.
Are we about to get crushed alive by this cabin?
That's fine. We'll just leave.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd like to do that. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, there is no longer a front door.
Oh.
Roots have already closed over the only possible exit. What little light peeks through the holes that were once windows is growing weaker as the cabin continues to close in on itself.
Interesting.
Shit. What do we do? As your mind races for an answer, you hear the princess's voice crackle up the stairs.
Do you hear that, you loathsome thing? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
That's what I was afraid of. Oh, what about you? They'll crush you just as easily as they'll crush me.
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to hear it happen.
That's fucked.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me.
Just to spite you specifically there, opportunist, or all of us?
See? This is exactly why you were tasked to slay her, and why you shouldn't have left her in the basement.
Yeah.
She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. The roots grow ever closer.
Lovely.
No, we can see them.
We're not animals, we're people. We can work this out. We can make things better.
But we are animals. We are.
True.
You're nothing but fear and instinct, and that's all I am, too. We don't have to make things better. We can't make things better.
Pretty sure we can.
We're just meant to chase each other in the dark until one of us catches the other.
Yeah.
You feel something against your back. A thick root pushing its way into the cabin. An unstoppable, unyielding wall of bark. You're running out of time. Shit. What do we do? What do we do?
Yeah. I didn't do the right option, clearly. Make it stop. You can make him stop, right?
I could, but as I already made it so clear, I don't want to.
Yep. I
You
recall.
slump to the floor as the roots continue to expand into the cabin. Ugh, we're never going to make something of ourselves with that attitude. At least she isn't going to make something of herself either.
Yeah.
At first it's almost gentle, your body being lifted delicately off the ground as the floor shifts beneath you. But the cradle of the growing roots starts to feel suffocating, then unbearably tight. Then that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict.
Oof, sounds horrible.
The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones.
I was afraid that's what that
pain
was.
Flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living cabin.
Potentially the worst death by far so far.
Suffering is what you deserve, you hideous creature. Know as you die that you are hated. I hate you, and I'm glad to die horribly if it means you die with me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, this just makes me sad.
Pressure is unfathomable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding with trapped blood. And then you pop. Everything goes down.
And you die. The Wild. We've gotten the Wild before, haven't we? I think so. Oh, we've gotten this one before.
Are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end.
Didn't expect
But
that.
something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
This is one of the most interesting chapter 3s, I think.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here?
We've actually been to this specific one once so far in this playthrough
I
too.
think this is our third?
But yeah, what he said.
That's bad. That's
I'm gonna skip through this because we already got this on this playthrough. The music is so creepy here. Okay, you, narrator, how do I stop her?
And start by remembering that you exist, and not as some part of a gestalt entity formed with the princess. You exist as your own self, complete with your own physical body, separate from hers. I'm not so sure about that. We were something like that once, but now? And if thinking about that isn't enough to startle you back to reality, consider this. She committed a murder-suicide using a living cabin.
Yeah, she did.
Right. That was unpleasant. We weren't big fans of that, I think. I'm sure I would have had us do the same thing if we were in her shoes. We really do make a great pair. He's probably just jealous.
Let's just do nothing.
You can't just passively exist forever. Not with her. That isn't how it works. I don't care if it was the cabin that killed you, because it seems to me like she was the reason the cabin could even do something like that in the first place.
Yep, I've gathered. So we control the forest as she controls the cabin generally.
You need to remember that you and the princess are enemies. Don't let bygones be bygones. Remember what she's done to you.
I guess.
How much it hurt.
So we've already seen both hearts that come out of this one, I believe. The one where she's part of the cabin, we cut her out, or the part where she is everything and nothing all at once. I don't know which one I'm going to go with here.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Jesus.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now?
Yep.
So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I'm just going to go through this one with whatever feels right and whatever we end up with, we end up with.
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one trying to trick us?
Honestly, no, and I don't believe that's the case.
I'm not.
She's just as confused as we are.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned, it is fuzzy, but it's there. Almost like she still hates us.
Can't really blame her. We kind of screwed her over both chapters this go
It
around.
feels mutual.
I don't hate her. I don't blame her.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
She's
Oh,
trying to
God.
turn you away
Chills.
from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see. And I think you already know you have to look at it.
I think I'm gonna go with her on this one.
Everyone's pulling in different directions, but
Oh, there's the paranoid.
that feeling doesn't have a motive, it just exists. Maybe we should look at it.
Okay. Gaze. Ooh, I don't know. Let's bury it now before it's too late.
No, you can't bury that feeling. You can't hide from your past.
I'm gonna try. I always try.
The past doesn't have to exist. Our freedom is within us. We just have to find it.
But the past does exist, I remember. Let's turn inward and find our freedom. Yeah.
You fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
Doesn't look like
We
it.
can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere at once, just in the right place at the right time. You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same. What is he going on about? What does he know about us? You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again.
Because of you.
This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
So is this ending like the princess and us, the protagonist, trying to reform back together?
We don't need to be
I
made
guess.
whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
There's a place you need to be. You just need to find it. Yeah, we've done this one before for sure. I remember this. And I'm actually very curious about what this one might look like at the very end.
Search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place will fall apart before you find its end. This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible.
Not true, man.
He wouldn't be trying to discourage us if that were true.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. I know a loser when I see one. Call his bluff.
I always do. Even when he's
I
not
can
bluffing.
hold us together for a little while longer. So long as you trust me.
We're gonna trust this princess. I trust you. Find the way out.
You won't find anything if I
sounds
have
so
to
pissed.
starve. If I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
So you're okay with sacrificing worlds then? Worlds ending and all that nonsense? Apparently. Oh yeah, I remember this. But you do find something. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, and then cracks under the pressure of your consciousness, flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now.
Nope.
I think it's too late for that, mate.
Yep.
I'm on your side. Shatter it and free us all.
Yes, princess. Shatter the cage.
No, stop!
But his pleas disappear at the sound of breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world at the place you need to be.
We found it. I knew it. I knew there was something he was keeping from us. Is that really all it took?
We just had to unite.
Job well done, team. Just like I'd planned.
Oh yeah, sure, opportunist. You had this plan from the very beginning, I'm sure.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
Yep. Beautiful,
Yes.
isn't it?
Beautiful.
Is it though? And then it's
Where'd you
gone.
go? Why is everything so cold?
But you never get the chance to answer her. You turn to see her gone behind you. Memory returns.
She's gone. Is that?
Yep. Yep. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. It's
Yep.
calling us. And not in a good way. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Yeah, of course you are. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side, it's going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so,
Yeah, you can trust me.
we'll trust you. Can we trust you?
Finally. We're going places.
Well, I am. Let's see you guys. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. You've unraveled. You find yourself in long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Get a good look at the weirdest looking princess there is. Approach her. Alright, this is vessel number 2.
There's a
It's a really
world
bizarre
beyond
one.
the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Nope. Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Sadly, no. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is like a shadow.
Oh wait, the curious heart.
Twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart.
Alright.
Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
Alright, well, I am ready to go back. Let's see if we can get
The next
ourselves a
time I
third
see you,
ending.
Each of us will finally know what we are.
Yep, next time.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. We're back once again without the blade. Let's see if we can gain her trust again and go upstairs and make sure we're the first one up the stairs and see if we can get a third different ending, a third vessel, maybe a whole different chapter 3. I'm sorry about last time.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Yep.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Yeah, this is familiar.
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Okay. I get the sense that you're not happy with me, princess.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back?
Maybe.
You'll have to try harder than that.
Oh, I will. We both died last time. Can't bygones be bygones?
You were the one who stabbed me in the back when I was still in chains.
True.
A dirty little thing like you doesn't get to decide when all is fair.
That's fair. Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did
Nope,
you?
I did not.
All right. I suppose I could team up.
Yeah, this feels
I
right.
need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Yep.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it.
We will.
Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I mean, I guess so, because we could just leave if we wanted to, but we're gonna work with this princess. I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
I know.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Well done, princess.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Smart gal we got here.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Nah. Okay, let's leave. Yeah. Leave with the princess.
Let's.
Yes.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Oh, I remember. Hey.
She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
Want to have a smell of me, princess?
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
I'm not doing nothing.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
This time? Okay.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
Normally I would agree, but not this time,
It
man.
shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
Yeah.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
Oh no,
Somebody
we're going
has to go
first.
first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
Yeah, I agree. I should listen to Hero way more often.
Talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Step onto the stairs first.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
What do we do when we get up there? Do we grab the blade?
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
Yeah.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you.
This fucking guy.
Walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
No, we'll look like a fool.
No! The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
That too.
But
The princess is silent
Enough.
as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach.
What's gonna happen?
Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Yet.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you?
A
What
little
did you just say
premature there,
there?
hero. Yeah, why?
I think we know why.
Because it's about to go. He's gonna slam the door on us, isn't he?
Feel something dig into your shoulder,
Oh,
sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight.
What the fuck, princess?
Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding
Jesus.
wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop.
Lovely. I did not see that coming. I thought we were gonna make it upstairs still then dagger.
The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up.
That was a good cackle.
Wait, why won't we be getting up?
I assume something broke.
I'm afraid your back is broken.
Ooh,
One unlucky fall is all it takes, really.
that's nasty. Looks
You
like
had
hers.
several.
Looks like hers might be fucked up too.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
I don't imagine anybody does.
You were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done.
Yeah, we know.
Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Yeah.
And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you.
Damn, princess, that hurts. Are we gonna get thorns again?
By our
think
very
we might.
natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
Yeah, I've felt that before.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back.
Actually, I've been through that before, Albertinus. Not that you'd remember, but we weren't fast enough for that.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us.
It's actually a pretty good idea.
And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back.
Maybe.
There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first.
Exactly.
Ugh, you're right, aren't you?
Hero's the voice
I
of
thought
reason,
this
man.
whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
I'm coming to realize that myself, too.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to
Ew.
get up.
Oh, yeah, she fucked her own back up.
Ho!
Look at her other arm. Ooh.
Bad as us.
Yep.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
Hilarious.
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
This one doesn't feel bad for sure.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Yep.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
Yay.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat?
Oh,
I
yeah.
wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
God damn, this one is morbid.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there?
No, he's gone.
What
Oh,
happens
is it? Does it end here? He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
Yep.
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel...
I didn't expect this ending. I didn't expect it to end there. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you
She's
ever.
gone. Who's that?
Alright, memory returns. Alright, so we've gotten this one before in the original playthrough. I'm still gonna finish it off, but definitely not gonna pick this
There's a
one. Do you
world.
have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Alright, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Alright. Everything goes dark, and you die. Alright, well that was Slay the Princess, The Witch Revisited. I'm so glad we managed to get it by chance again. I was gonna aim for getting it for the last one, but this works out pretty well. Hopefully I can figure out what I need to do to get a new one in the next playthrough. I'm not sure how many are even left. I know there is the Spectre I haven't gotten. I don't know if there's any more than that. I may have to look it up. I'll include the third princess we got in this one, even though it's pretty much the same one I think we saw in my original playthrough. But I have a feeling if anyone does want to pick an ending, it's probably going to be the Thorns. That's the one I'm going to go with if no one says anything. But I am also curious about the second one we got, where she is literally nothing but everything. I'm not really sure. Either way, let me know in the comments below which of the three we got in this playthrough was your favorite and which one you'd like to see carry over into the ending. But as it stands, I'm probably going to go with the Thorns because she was just so beautiful, and that ending was so lovely where they learned to trust each other after both doing horrible things to each other. Either way, I'm going to stop rambling, and thank you so much for joining me for this part. I do hope you enjoyed, and if you did, give the video a like. If you want to see more like it, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.